of you may have seen our newscast. Now we'll show you behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, seasoned newsmen who can bring the 24-hour happenings into your living room firsthand.
Yo,
About to start hitting my arm like the Rock type shit.
Like the Rock, get the goosebumps.
Oh man,
what's up, man?
Back? Guess
who's back?
Yo, it's time.
How you
man.
been, bro? It's been long overdue.
Listen, man.
Long overdue.
Listen, we living life right now, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
We living life, bro.
We living life right now, bro. Straight like that, man.
For sure,
man. Got a couple hours to kill, man. You know what I mean? We've been cooking in the Discord, so you know. I feel like with 2025, man, in pop culture and politics and economics, like shit is just, it's like building. We building towards something, man. You know what I mean? And like, I still haven't even got to see Sinners yet, bro.
Oh, you haven't?
Not yet. I wanted to go last week, and then my son came down with a cold. So I think Memorial Day weekend is when I'll pop out, man. It's still gonna be in theaters by then. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. We got another month. I think another 4 weeks, man.
Oh, they run until Juneteenth, bro.
Yeah, they run until Juneteenth. As a matter of fact, I think they're gonna showcase it in Mississippi for Juneteenth, the city that it was based on. They're doing a special viewing on it on Juneteenth. So
yeah,
man, I've seen it 3 times.
Damn,
3 times already, man.
And it's been better each time.
The second time I was more tired. I went with Orion and Jazzy. Went around a 10 o'clock showing. I was a bit tired, but the third time I went on a nice like 1 or 2 p.m. It was good, man. It was good. I just keeping the replay value was incredible, and you just notice little details. And man, it's. I think it's a new classic, man. It's a new black classic. When they talking about black classic films, it's gonna be. You gotta name it at this point,
man. I think before they tap out, I think 300 is already in the bank, man. It's gonna hit 300, like 325, maybe 350.
I mean, domestically, it's the domestic machine, man. Like we're seeing it 3, 4, or 5 times. You know what I mean? Good word of mouth. So, I mean, I never seen was a movie did like less than. The drop wasn't even a drop.
6%.
6% drop for the second weekend. You don't see that.
Right.
You don't see that ever, man. 6% drop. It's crazy.
So without because I know you and Herschel talked about it as well, and I still haven't seen it. The only question I want to ask is like, do you see, based on the performance and the direction from Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, this should be Michael B. Jordan's first nomination for Oscar, right?
Yeah, I mean, he pulled off Twin Brothers very well. Like 2 distinct personalities. You never watched him was like, nah, that's just Michael B. Jordan acting like Michael B. Jordan. Like he did a solid job portraying 2 different characters with their own little mannerisms and characteristics. So they should get some trophies. They should.
At least consideration. I think there'll be some consideration. If it's any indication, like with the Academy and all of that, they're gonna make Ryan Coogler jump through some hoops. If Denis Villeneuve hasn't won it yet, and he did Dune and Blade Runner and what was the one joint, man, with the aliens?
Arrival.
And Arrival,
yeah,
and Sicario and Prisoners. If the Academy has made him jump through hoops, like they gonna make Ryan Coogler jump through some hoops. He might. It's gonna be a while, but Ryan Coogler doesn't need the Academy. He don't.
Nah, he
But
don't.
but yeah, we'll get off of that because I mean the internet already ate off centers. But I do want to just at the top, bro. I was just thinking about this, man. We got to say R.I.P. Skype. Rest in
Oh
peace.
yeah.
Rest.
RIP to the Skype era, yo.
Man.
Skype era.
Rest in peace to Skype, bro. Because no bullshit. Like I was really thinking about it, man. And I mean, we coming up on 5 years with this platform.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
5 years.
We coming up on 5 years with this platform, bro. And it's like the Skype era mixed with that weird pandemic era. Like that's probably the most reckless and the most fun that we've had. Not knowing what the hell we was doing, but also just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? If I had, you know what I mean, I got water right now. I was planning on getting a glass of wine, but like we got to pour one out for Skype, man. That was
for sure.
Yeah.
Those wild 6-hour recordings, man. Just day drinking and potting, bro. Day drinking and potting, man.
And you know, and learning, and you know what I mean? Like really learning how to space out topics and you know, bringing guests on and everything. Like if there was no Skype, like that's just insane to me. Just the thought of that. I don't know of any other podcast that started on Skype. Like that, just the thought of that is wild, bro. I couldn't imagine what it was like for you trying to comb through 6 hours of Skype audio to upload to YouTube.
Man. It was time consuming, man.
Yeah,
no
you'll
AI.
never have that kind of time again in your life.
Nah, man. No AI assistance. Just listening, chop, listen, chop, put the music in. Yo. Upload it. Spotify.
Never again.
Artwork. Yep.
That shit you'll never have that kind of time again, bro, in life. Never. And in hindsight, when you think about it, you probably figuring, I should have never even put that kind of time into that shit, bro.
No, but, I mean, it was worth it, man. You know, it got me in the podcast, you know, it got us to the space, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we before Zoom, before YouTube Live, StreamYard, it was just me, you on Skype, bro. Just
hashtag blame the liquor, man.
Blame the liquor, man. Potting it out, dude. From 1 p.m. to about 8 p.m.
I do got one question for you though, bro. Like, if you had there's a lot of video clips on there, a lot of conversations. What's the one convo that like you would say defines the Skype era of the behind the scene podcast, bro?
Oh man, the one Skype convo, huh? Jeez, was it the milestone rant with Static? I think it was the milestone rant, man. We just cooked, like, just in general, man. Milestone and I think Jace Fox. That was YouTube, right? Or was that Skype?
No,
still?
That was Skype. That was
Skype. Okay.
That set it off. That set off a lot of. There was a lot of backlash that came with that, bro.
Yeah, you know and where's Jace Fox now?
Who? I thought it was Luke Fox.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So on the topic of like early summer 2025, man, like we've been doing a lot of convo in the Discord about this, and you mentioned that Cap 4 was something that you have been looking forward to for a long time. So you brought something into the theater with you to go see Cap 4. With Fantastic Four, with Thunderbolts, I feel nothing.
Yeah.
I feel no attachment whatsoever. There's nothing compelling me to get into the theaters to want to see Fantastic Four, bro. Mm-hmm. And I gotta wonder, is there any of that? Is there any juice for any of these MCU releases in 2025? Because I'm not feeling it, man. I know Thunderbolts supposedly is a pretty decent film, but that might just be comparing it to what's been out there lately. Right. But even then, there's no juice behind that, bro. There's nothing that makes me want to say, damn, I need to see Thunderbolts. I need to see Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it don't feel genuine, right? Doesn't all the hype still feel like, you guys have different expectations now? It don't feel like it's for real. It's like you're everyone's got lowered expectations compared to the last few years. So it don't feel genuine. Even the post-credit scene, people were like, "Oh, this is amazing." I'm like, okay. So spoiler alert, they become the Avengers. Okay.
Wait, what? How?
Yeah, so what's her name? I don't know. The lady from was she in Falcon Winter Soldier?
Okay, yeah. Lady Hydra.
Yeah, Lady Hydra, right? She had this whole setup plan for them to kill each other, and they made Sentry, and basically they made a deal with her saying, like, we won't get you in jail if you make us the new Avengers. So they become the new Avengers, quote unquote. And then Sam Wilson wants to sue them for the name of the Avengers because he feels like he has the rightful heir to the copyright, whatever. So he sues them while they get new suits and they become known as the official new Avengers.
Wait, so he takes legal action.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's Sam Wilson, man. They just keep misfiring on that man. I don't know how you want to sue for the name of Avengers. That seems very
that doesn't make sense, man.
That don't make sense for him as a character. And then Bucky's on the new team. So Bucky goes against, it's just, to me, it's just sloppy writing.
Because what's the point in that?
Right.
Like, what purpose does that serve?
They were just cool in the Sam Wilson movie, and now they're at odds again because Bucky decides to be on the new Avengers team without Sam Wilson.
Because we need to write in a conflict.
Right. Heading into Doomsday. So yeah, man, there's no emotional investment. I mean, I like Black Widow is okay. I like the new Black Widow. She's cool, but it's not enough for me to, go opening night or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'll catch it on Disney Plus.
Because, I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but it just feels like if we were to go back in time to 2019, when they did that Comic-Con victory lap, and the rollout was Shang-Chi, Eternals, Black Widow, and the announcement of the Disney Plus TV shows, right? In hindsight, I guess we got to look back on that and say that was a big mistake. They made a huge miscalculation in what they decided to roll out with post Endgame because their credit score was 850. They could have done no wrong, right? Like, they were on a peak that could not be topped. And what they followed it up with, even though the pandemic happened, but what they followed it up with was not enough. So I guess the question I'll ask you here, we'll get into the director's chair for a second, right? Knowing what we know now, how would you have rolled out the post Endgame MCU? Excuse me.
Man, I mean, I like WandaVision made sense. Falcon Winter Soldier made sense. Loki made sense. First 3 series made on Disney Plus made sense.
Perfect sense.
I wouldn't change No Way Home. I wouldn't change Doctor Strange 2. I get rid of the Eternals because are they showing up in Doomsday? Was any of those actors names on those chairs?
Nope.
When they panned it?
Nope.
No. I would get rid of Eternals. What else would I have done? I would have put Cap 4 a little sooner. Roll that out more right after Falcon Winter Soldier. I wouldn't have that big gap. What else? Quantumania. That would have been scrapped or redone. Because I think that really derailed the whole thing. It started with Quantumania, man, because they hyped the next future of this whole MCU on that one movie with Ant-Man. And you see how that turned out. And ever since then, it's like there's no way I would have guessed they would have gotten rid of 10 years of goodwill in less than 5 years. They would have gotten rid of all the goodwill they established, because if Thunderbolts is going to drop, then what's Fantastic Four going to do? It ain't going to do much better, especially you got Superman and then you got Jurassic Park sitting around them. There's no way, yo. So
all they can hope for is the critics.
Yep. All they can hope is for the critics, man. I heard they're doing they doing reshoots?
Like they trying to finish like that's like writing your final the night before it's due, bro.
Pretty much, yep. And even the Thunderbolts post-credit scene, they reshot that during Doomsday.
Hey, so and this is an interesting conversation. So again, there's other things that couldn't be controlled, right? You know, the passing of Chadwick Boseman couldn't be avoided. You had to go forward with Wakanda Forever. The recast T'Challa thing happened. And even still, I support the decision not to recast T'Challa. I support that. That might be a controversial statement, but
that's an anti-black statement right there.
Right. I mean, so to kind of answer my own question, I agree with everything you said. I wouldn't even have made Shang-Chi.
You wouldn't have done it, huh?
Nope. If anything, I think you could have easily scrapped. Shang-Chi could have been on Disney Plus.
Yeah. It could have been on Disney Plus.
Shang-Chi could have been on Disney Plus. Let's take Moon Knight off of the board for Disney Plus. Let's move Shang-Chi over to the Disney Plus side.
You get Moon Knight a movie.
Yes.
But what you do? But what we doing Moon Knight? Well, I mean, what's the grand plan for him if he's not going to be Avengers Doomsday?
With Moon Knight, if anything, we could play on the Egyptian kind of thing, alternate version of Kang possibly introduced there, separate from He Who Remains that was in Loki, to kind of establish that. We could have laid some groundwork there, because I think that story, we could have pushed that to the limits a little bit. We could have done something with the mental health aspect that could have gotten some of the creative energy that was supposed to go into Quantumania. If we're going oddball, kind of strange / intricate storytelling with a little bit of violence, we could have done that with a Moon Knight theatrical release, because the credit was already good enough to where we're introducing characters that nobody knows about anyways.
True.
But because we have to chase a certain demographics dollars, we're going to make Shang-Chi and pretend that he gets a spot on the starting five. After Doomsday, we'll never see him again.
Nah, that's true. Shang-Chi too? Nope.
With the Eternals, that never would have happened. That wouldn't even have been on Disney Plus. That just would have not happened to me. And even like, we didn't even talk about Love and Thunder and all of this, bro. Somehow Love and Thunder just plummeted and went under the radar with all of that.
I get Eternals. It was the Oscar bait film. They were trying to be artsy with it. They were going for the act. They were going for a trophy. It was just bad execution. It really should have been a one note. Don't connect it. You know what I'm saying? Really self-contain it and just really go for it. You know, if you really want that Oscar trophy, really go for it. But She-Hulk? Nope. I wouldn't have done She-Hulk.
Miss Marvel?
Nope. No, I know there's some there's some younger girls that probably watch the series, but it's kind of like it's a CW. It was a CW show for Marvel, man. Like the Marvels. Nope. Wouldn't have done it that way.
Oh, so you would have done it, but it wouldn't have been the way that they did it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have gone in on one aspect. They want to make it like a girls trip in space film. Do that. If you wanted to make it like I would have stick to one style, man. I mean, I felt bad for that director because she probably was handcuffed the whole time, and she could probably didn't even direct that joint. To be honest with you, felt bad for her, but I would have just stuck with one style. Man, Monica, I wouldn't put her in an alternative universe with the X-Men team we're not going to probably see again. They shelved her, and that was cold, man. They shelved Tiana Paris. They shelved her.
Yeah, they did.
They shelved her because she wasn't announced for that Doomsday lineup either.
So it's like, why did they do it?
Why did they do it? You just want to shelve the character. Oh, you know what else? Secret Invasion never would happen.
Nope, waste of time. See,
waste of time.
As you're mentioning these, I'm remembering these here. I didn't watch a single episode. All right, Hawkeye.
Christmas special. I would not have made it a whole series. I made it a Christmas special. Call it a day. 2 episodes.
Echo.
Oh, Echo. What a you talking about the Daredevil teaser?
Yo, they had
8-episode teaser for Daredevil.
He was in there for 2 seconds, bro. This nigga hopped over the table and then teleported off of the TV show, bro.
Probably was a stunt double too, and they just CGI'd his face on there. Echo, when are you gonna see her again? Other than that messed up. Started the Kingpin started crumble with Echo, and then the Hawkeye show because you ruined Kingpin is in the MCU with Hawkeye. That was the biggest revolution. Kingpin's in Hawkeye. He got beat by an 18-year-old girl.
Yo, the first time we should have, man, we jumping around. We'll get to that.
We'll get to
that. So, okay.
Daredevil, I would not have made it for network TV like they initially wanted. I would not have pitched it as a lawyer show, episodic, not serialized, and pitch like they wanted to put on ABC. I would not have done that.
What?
Yeah, that was the first season. The first time they shot it like a lawyer show on ABC.
That's crazy.
Then the second time they try to fix it up with the superheroism and whatnot. So,
and then the third time they figured, what have we done? What have we done?
Yeah,
because that like, I mean, just a little quick side note. Did you watch all of Born Again?
I haven't watched an episode, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm like, I'll probably wait for season 2.
Yeah, that's the best option. Like,
yeah.
If anything, you'd be better off just watching the Netflix joint. For some reason, like the Netflix show to me was the perfect balance between grounded and all of that and low. Like, I appreciate the low budget quality of the Netflix show because it fits with the character and it fits with all of them and just that setting.
Right.
With this newer show, I feel like it's too much of a good thing, bro. It's just too much of a good thing. So of course, you don't just give us a hallway fight. All we wanted was just one hallway fight. Instead, you give us the Jason Bourne style, you know what I'm saying, CQC type action. Like that's not right. where you're bringing it from. Like,
right.
Just because it's violent and there's blood and you get to say fuck and all of that, that doesn't mean that there's substance there. There's no, like, that's the biggest problem with Born Again is that there's no substance behind anything that they're doing on that show, bro.
Right.
And whichever episode they crossed over with Kamala Khan's father and were showing like Miss Marvel Funko Pops in the middle of a bank robbery. That's some of the worst.
Lord.
That is bottom tier MCU writing for that episode. And it sucked that you had Daredevil in the middle of that because you're trying to make him Spider-Man at that point by stopping a bank robbery.
Right.
But then in another episode, you're trying to make him Batman by going into the underground, train station to stop the serial killer. When does
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil fight serial killers, bro?
Ah,
When does
right.
like Daredevil was a guy who was a lawyer. Anyway, whatever.
And then you bring in the Punisher to be really get us like, oh, the Punisher, John Berthel's coming back. I gotta watch this now.
Yo, he looked
What
like
did
he didn't want to be there.
what did he do?
Nothing. Nothing at all, bro. Like John at this point, I think John Bernthal
He's too good for it now.
has acted his way past the
Mm-hmm.
character of the Punisher. Like it's a downgrade for him to come back and play the Punisher.
Yeah.
Because even season 2 of the Punisher on Netflix wasn't that good, if we're being honest. Uh-oh. Oh man, I'm in the blender. Oh man. Hold up.
Yo, yo, yo. All right. Technical difficulties, y'all. Oh man.
Hold on. All right, we good now.
Okay. Bad.
Yo. See, that's what happens, bro. We was talking too much shit, man. We got sniped, bro.
Yeah. Man. Skype never did that.
Not at all. Never. Shit. Craig barely did that, bro.
But yeah, go
nah,
ahead,
like,
man.
but what I was gonna say is I think on this timeline that we're on, we're making sense out of this. So No Way Home. To me, No Way Home was the last time that like I really got that feeling, bro. No Way Home was it. And that's almost 4 years ago. No Way Home
Man.
to me restored the feeling a little bit because everything made sense. They didn't just throw things. There were no useless cameos in that movie. And if anything, No Way Home should have been where we saw Kingpin.
Yeah.
Even if it was just for a cameo, even if it was
right.
just for 2 seconds. Daredevil got his shine there.
Mm-hmm.
Kingpin should have been in there just to establish somewhere down the road, Spider-Man and Kingpin are going to lock horns.
Right. Yep. Because Daredevil meeting She-Hulk, how cute was that for an episode and a half? And then the long, I think they were looking at just instant gratification. They weren't thinking long term. Like, what are you going to do long term with these these decisions you're making. You know what I mean? Like are you just trying to go viral? Are you just trying to make content? Are you trying to do some storytelling? You know what I mean? Were we supposed to talk about Daredevil and She-Hulk linking up for a week and then what?
Man, listen, and then like all of that, and Kingpin got jobbed out twice before they have him do like a fatality on the New York police commissioner in the season finale of Born Again. Like he rips a man's head in half, bro. Like, how do you?
He got hit by a car. He got shot. He had some super strength in the Hawkeye show. He lifted something up. I'm like, when did Kingpin get super strength? I mean, you know, he's always been strong, but Netflix Kingpin never showed the ability to like lift.
Nope.
What he did in the fight with Hot Girl. So it was just like, what are we doing here? Like,
and that brings us to 2024. That brings us to Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm just skipping over Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because that did what it was supposed to. It was solid. That was James Gunn doing business on the way out. We'll skip over that. I don't really even think I need to watch Guardians 3 again. It was a good film, you know.
Yeah.
People went to see it. Nothing special outside of the first or the second one. But anyway, Deadpool and Wolverine. We all had expectations for that last year. We knew that was going to be the highest grossing film of 2024. We knew that it was going to make history. We knew that it was going to be a success as far as financially, right?
Right.
A year later, I feel like that was almost a success in spite of itself, bro. And I say that because Ryan Reynolds is still, I think, an outsider in terms of long-term booking and plotting things out in the MCU. I don't think they really want to do too much business with him, bro. Because he brings too much to the table. And they kind of had to do that. If Ryan Reynolds is involved, if Deadpool is involved with anything, there's a legion of fans that are going to follow just that. And that only, right? So, like,
yo, D. Smith, where you at, man? Hop on in.
Yeah, he just texted me, bro. He's in California, man.
Oh, he's in Cali, West Coast.
Yeah, but man, like, with Deadpool and Wolverine, do you feel like there's ever going to be a follow-up to that? Or was that something that they needed to do because they needed to get a hit on the board?
Oh, man. To be honest, I mean, they filmed that during the strike. That's how desperate they were. Like, I don't want to hear no cap, bro. They filmed that joint during the writers and acting strike, man. They were like, F this. We trying to get a bill.
This is business.
This is business. And the way they had it, you know, like you said, it was really Fox Endgame. You know, the MCU element. You didn't see Nick Fury. You didn't see. That's what we thought we were going to see, some cameos, but it really was the Fox Endgame of it all. So I think if they want another bill, they're gonna do his stuff separately. I don't think they're gonna have direct involvement with MCU characters. They're gonna give him his own toys to play with, as long as it's not too directing. But to see Hugh Jackman come back for the fourth film, that's gonna be tough. Because I don't think it's gonna work twice again. I don't know. Are people so nostalgia filled that, oh, Deadpool and Wolverine are back again, and who knows what cameos are in it? I'm gonna go see it.
No,
maybe that's enough. I don't know, but to me, that felt like the surprise element that kind of gave close to No Way Home, kind of almost there. I'm glad they saved the Fox X-Men for Doomsday because.
But all right, I'll give you that. I'm willing to give you that. But like with reports that Ryan Reynolds wants to do his own X-Men film, that's not gonna happen, dog. I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's a power play because it's like, I know you have plans for your X-Men, but I also got plans, and I'm the moneymaker here. So if you don't want $1 billion, okay, cool. Let's see you do your way.
That sounds
That's a
like
power play.
That sounds like a Dwayne Johnson move.
Right.
Except you do your power play after you make $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
You start bringing. That's when you can start, talking about bringing people back and all of that after you make the money, right?
I mean, we got Gambit and Doomsday, bro. Like that's directly Ryan Reynolds right there. That's
Respect.
Deadpool 3. Yeah.
Respect. Gotta respect it. But the fact that there are more questions than answers to me is good and bad, because I don't have faith that they can pull everything together and make it all make sense and make it all into a product that looks good on screen also. In hindsight, we got to look at Deadpool and Wolverine, to borrow a wrestling term. I think Deadpool and Wolverine killed the territory, bro. I do. I think it killed the territory because I have a hard time. Like, that forced a lot of, to me, that forced a lot of other things to happen, even with the Jonathan Majors situation, right? Robert Downey Jr. had to come back to be Doom because nothing else post Deadpool and Wolverine was going to hit them kind of numbers, bro.
No.
As a rated R film, Deadpool and Wolverine is already in their top 5 highest grossing films, bro. As a rated R film with penis jokes, homoerotic, like all of that, bro. Everything was on the table in that movie because they had no choice not to put it on the table. Like, I thought Loki was going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. What the fuck was I smoking, bro? Like, they wanted nothing to do with the mainstream MCU. They had to create characters in the TVA separate from the TVA that we saw on the TV show. So it's like we got this chronological breakdown of everything post Endgame. And I don't know, bro. You just said it. In 5 years, they ruined 10 years worth of credit.
Right.
And what's on the horizon? Ironheart?
That we all going to cap that we want to see? We're going to cap for that?
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here,
cap.
bro.
We care about Ironheart now.
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And on top of that, this is the other part of it. You're overcooking it for too long. Wakanda Forever came out 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
If you was going to do Ironheart, that should have been an immediate follow-up. Wonder Man?
After we just seen, even Aquaman 2 came out a few years ago now. What are we doing, right? Where's Wonder Man? When's the last time we seen She-Hulk or Shang-Chi? Right? It's like you just putting out stuff to put out stuff.
Right. I swear, bro, to this day, I would have rather have seen Luke Cage and Jessica Jones come back. Whoa, like I would have popped for that. That would have been my nostalgia Netflix era pop. But no, we're not gonna get that.
Right. And then we set up the Young Avengers.
Who?
Because the Young Avengers, because we got the Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, Riri Williams, Miss Marvel. That was a post-credit scene in one of them joints.
Wait,
I forgot which one. Was it the Marvels? I think it was the Marvels. Miss Marvel met up with Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, and then she met up with Riri Williams at a table and said, "I'm putting together a team." So we're supposed to get the Young Avengers.
That sounds like they was cosplaying, bro. Like,
I think Endgame really gave them that feeling they were invincible. It made sense at the time to double down, triple down. Hey, let's give them flood the market. You know what I mean? It made sense, but they didn't have the foresight to see that they were destroying their own goodwill in business.
Right.
By doing that.
Right. Because now, 2026, we got Doomsday coming out and Spider-Man. And those are the only 2 releases for next year, right?
Right.
I'll come back outside for Spider-Man. I'm not really excited for Doomsday, bro. Cause you know who's doing the job. You know who's getting jobbed out, man.
I know, but they're gonna be wearing the blue suits. They're gonna be wearing the blue and yellow suits. They're gonna be looking good. They're gonna look good in the trailers.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you, the Fox X-Men are gonna be the first ones out the door, bro. They're gonna be the first ones to get bodied.
And then the Fantastic Four, they spoiled the Fantastic Four movie because their end credit scene in Thunderbolts, so they show up on their Earth.
What?
Yeah, they see the spaceship entering the atmosphere.
What?
So it's like, well, obviously they failed against Galactus. They had to fled in their own movie. They had to go in their own movie. So.
No, bro. They showed the spaceship. Dog.
They showed the spaceship, and they're like, "Oh, what's that?" It's on the monitor. The spaceship entering the atmosphere. So I guess they failed in their own movie to stop Galactus. I guess.
Yo, Galactus might get 5 seconds in that movie, man.
5, if he's lucky.
Like at this point, we gotta do a poll here, bro. Does who gets less screen time between Galactus and Mr. Terrific in the month of July, bro?
Oh man, I think Mr. Terrific is gonna get a little more screen time because I think James Gunn's a little savvy of the X-Men First Class situation.
You're right.
So I think he'll give him a shine, but
yo,
Fantastic Four is cooked, bro. It's cooked.
Wait, so what was the point? Why would they even put that in the Thunderbolts, though? Why would they do that?
Create hype? I don't know. Create hype. You gotta see the post-credit scene for Thunderbolts.
Because now you're gonna watch Fantastic Four. They're gonna get ran off of their own block, bro. They're gonna get ran off of their own block. Like it was because it was kind of obvious if they're in a different universe because it wouldn't make sense there's no way that you could do time travel or anything like that. Like Galactus doesn't exist in Earth 616. There's no way that could be possible after the Eternals. There's no way that could have been possible. So in whatever Earth they're on, the Fantastic Four are the only heroes then, right? That kind of has to be the case, doesn't it?
Yep, they're the only ones.
In that Earth, they ain't shit. They ain't shit.
They did like, all right, we can't solve this. We're out. Peace.
You know, like I could care less. You know, I'm a mark for the Silver Surfer, but like I don't care that they made Silver Surfer a woman. I don't care about that. Like I give less of a fuck about that because they don't give a fuck about that either.
Nah. Is Josh Trank gonna get the laugh? Josh Trank might get the laugh, bro. He'd be like, "Well, let's see y'all do better."
Oh man, the King Crash Out, the original Twitter crash out was Josh Trank, man. Oh my God, he might get the last laugh.
Yeah, same for Anthony Mackie.
Man, yeah,
he might have the biggest Marvel movie this year, man.
Cause bro, like, I'm sorry, man. This is fucked up, man. I'm really trying to think about how. Okay, I guess, and then we can move on to a different topic after this. But I guess the thing that I'm bothered by the most when I think about some of these releases and all of this stuff here, the reason I'm not excited about it is because I'm not looking forward to how they're going to tell the story. I'm not excited about the story. And I think in previous years, we always had a story to look forward to. We were always excited about how they were going to bring us along in that journey. Now the journey is just scene, cameo, nostalgia, scene, post credits.
Cameo, nostalgia, post credits. Yeah.
We'll see you in 6 months. Oh yeah, and also watch these 2 shows on Disney Plus that have nothing to do with the movies that we're making right now.
Nothing.
But
Because we're gonna do. Riri Williams is gonna have her show this year, but is she showing up in Doomsday?
Nope.
So,
And you know, and Daredevil Born Again season 2 is in production right now. Right? Spider-Man lives in New York City. There's no way that the shit that happened on Daredevil Born Again cannot affect what happens in Spider-Man.
Correct.
And they're gonna pretend that it didn't happen. They're gonna pretend that Spider-Man doesn't even live in New York City.
In New York City.
Like, there's some heavy shit that Wilson Fisk is doing on that show. Like, he fucked up New York City. If you're a vigilante, you're a terrorist. And by the end of season 1. But when this Spider-Man joint comes out, this nigga's gonna be on top of the Statue of Liberty eating pizza.
Yep.
Fuck out of here, man.
We had Agatha, Season of Darkness, whatever. No Scarlet Witch cameo. You made her son Wiccan live action debut. And now what are you gonna do with him?
Nothing.
None.
Never gonna see him again.
We're gonna see him. What happened to Agatha? Is that gonna affect Doomsday? No.
These are the questions. Hey, that's the question that needs to be asked of everything that gets released. Does this affect Doomsday? No. All right, cool.
No.
Not watching it.
We got Fantastic Four in Doomsday, and they don't have no connection.
Nope.
None to Doom. None. So what's the thread? How are you gonna get Dr. Doom have a personal beef with Reed Richards unless let me guess, he takes their son and wife in Doomsday, and then they rewipes their mind, so he marries them in Secret Wars. That's what you're gonna do?
What happened to all that Anchor being bullshit? What happened to that?
Oh, Anchor being? Oh, that was straight from Ryan Reynolds' ass, man. Like he just write that on the fly for that storyline, man.
Hey, what's Doctor Strange doing right now with a third eye? What's he doing right now? What's Star-Lord? What is Star-Lord doing other than eating cereal?
Eating cereal, Missouri. Yeah. What are the Guardians doing? Oh, hold up. Hey,
what's good, y'all?
D. Smith in the building.
So what we talking about real quick? As I'm still in the airport waiting on my next flight.
Oh,
all
shit.
right.
Internet. All right. We just talking about this debacle, bro. The fall of a dynasty.
And it wasn't gonna last that long.
But
realistically, after Endgame, what else were we expecting? What else were we expecting?
So we kind of just we're breaking this down. Like there's a lot of fat. They got fat, and they didn't trim any of that fat. They're trying to trim the fat now.
It's too late.
I wouldn't like. No Way Home should have been the only time they played on nostalgia. I liked Multiverse of Madness, but there shouldn't have been a Charles Xavier cameo in there. Keep him out of there. Nope, no cameo.
Because now it's not going to hit the same in Doomsday. You're like, okay, I seen Sir Patrick Stewart came back.
No Reed Richards, none of that. Why Reed Richards got turned into spaghetti? Why do we need Reed Richards? Spaghetti. Why do we need another Reed Richards? Nope, no Reed Richards. No Reed Richards in Multiverse of Madness. No, thank you. Nope.
That was Tony Khan booking, man. Cheap pop. That's cheap Master pop. P perform at AEW.
Yep. No, no Eternals.
Hey, so Uncle Jack, we're not gonna go see the Royal Rumble.
No.
I don't know. I'm gonna go see the Royal Rumble.
All right, cool. Like I said, I'm coming. I
gotta watch the Hindenburg burn with style of. I think there'll be fireworks on the Hindenburg, bro. It'll at least look pretty when it's going down, right? So hopefully.
D. Smith, my bad, brother. Not to step on your wisdom. All I want to know is what's the story? Fuck the nostalgia. Fuck the nostalgia. Fuck the characters. Tell me the story.
Tony Stark is bad.
Is seeing their greatest hero become their greatest villain. That's the story.
Hold on, y'all.
Like that's all I want to know.
All I need to see is, all right, man. I just need to see Cyclops, blue yellow suit, kick some ass. If Sam Wilson could do something, you know what I mean? If he can beat somebody, actually worth somebody, he probably gonna beat Cyclops. To be honest with you, Cyclops probably could get jobbed up to Sam Wilson, but
Cyclops can do the job. The Sam, he can put him over. He can put Sam over clean.
Scott got to put Sam over, bro. It's gonna happen. Streets is talking. Sam got no leadership. He ain't beat nobody worthy. Scott gonna get jobbed out. He gonna put that beam on him. Sam gonna go like this. That beam gonna hit him. Boom.
1,
done.
2,
3.
Ding, ding, ding. He's out.
Oh, Sam beat the leader of the X-Men.
Nigga, hey, you know what I'm saying? Animanium versus Vibranium.
Vibranium.
Why? Because, see, bro, I need to know this. This is what I need to know. And fuck it, we done already went off of the rails.
Yeah.
Why is Animanium in Earth 616?
Now let's get the nerds in the theaters, man.
And the story is that it came from the Galactus hand.
The Celestial.
That's not really Galactus.
And it never played a part of this. They never picked it and made some new armor out of it and never played a part of the story. Oh, this, they could have said Vibranium. They could have said, whatever, this is a resource we can use. Okay.
What else?
What else?
What? So if Wolverine has a skeleton made out of animanium and he's on Earth 1005, and in Earth 616, this is how animanium did not exist before the Eternals was before that, right?
Right.
So how do we even clean that up?
It's like they try to retcon and basically made something out of the Eternals. It's like the Eternals had to happen for a reason. So let's just say Animania came from. So it's some kind of connective tissue. That's it. They had.
Like, I'm sorry, bro. They think that we're a bunch of jerk offs, dog. They out here, man. They playing us for some hoes, bro.
They are, man. They had a retcon that.
Hoes. Like, I can't support that because and when you do an X-Men film, how does that work? To me, I don't even think X-Men can work in the MCU, bro. I don't think it can be done.
I think if you don't do the Avengers, if the X-Men become that new number one team, you just retire the Avengers for a while and then build the X-Men up as the new top billing of the MCU.
But how do you do that?
After Doomsday with Secret Wars? Well, damn.
How do you do that? If the previous guys get jobbed out, like how do you incorporate another set of X? Like how do you do that? I don't think it can be done, bro. I don't see a way.
Unless they reset Secret Wars, they reset everything. They beat Doom, and I don't know, he snaps his finger, gets a gauntlet, whole new slate.
And we start over in a world where mutants exist.
Get
the fuck out of here, bro. I mean, that might be the only way you can do it.
Yeah.
But then you do that and everything else is out of the window. But
they can't get rid of the Avengers, man. It's too much on them now.
Right.
You can't just stop them.
So how do you do this? You give it to Ryan Reynolds.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, in the comic book, Secret Wars, they basically wiped the slate clean and combined different. They did whatever they wanted to, so they could combine teams. They could switch. Why is this character Miles Morales is in this universe? Well, Secret Wars happened. That's why.
Man.
So now you can put the new team after Secret Wars.
So I guess my last kind of thing here is, and I mean, this is always going to be a what if scenario, but how different do you think some of this would have been if Kang is still in the picture? Because I think in some ways the plan was for Doom to be after Kang, right?
Yeah, for sure. You can look at the storytelling. This was all multiverse. It was all built for Kang. Even though Quantum Mania was a misfire, it still was supposed to be set up for him for this. And they got effed, man. They poor planning. You know, Jonathan Majors, his hiccup. So they had to pull something out their ass. They had to say, we got to get butts and seats. We got to please people. Let's get RDJ back, have him as a villain, and let's get this money tree growing again.
I would love to know, like, because eventually it's going to get leaked and we'll find out what the plan for the story was. But in an alternate universe, that still happens. And there's a part of me that still wants to know how that goes. Because
yeah.
If we stick with Kang, I don't even think we're dealing with the Fox X-Men and all of that. I think they try to keep it a little bit more in-house. With a little bit less desperation.
Right. Yeah. I think the Fox X-Men probably would have showed up in Deadpool 3.
Yep.
Probably would have showed up there instead of being saved, because they're probably going to use the same suits that Ryan Reynolds commissioned for the third movie. Probably going to use the same suits, put them in Secret Wars, you know what I mean? Or Doomsday, whatever.
Yep.
Call it a day.
Job them out.
All
right.
So I guess Superman might be the biggest superhero movie this summer.
I think so.
But if Superman flops, genre's done.
Damn. Are we calling that?
If Superman flops, Fantastic Four flop, James Gunn too late, bro.
So
he's too late.
Okay, so on the topic of Superman, I'm glad you brought that up. We can kind of move off of the MCU here. On the topic of Superman, I think there's intrigue there because we really don't know what's gonna happen, bro.
Right.
Like, and I don't even know if we know how to judge it either. Like, I think Superman is the one character that nobody knows what they want out of that character. Nobody knows what they want. So I hope I'm gonna try to throw this answer to you. What do you want from Superman?
What I want from Superman, less crypto. I don't want. I guess I want a straightforward, man. Straightforward, classic Americana, Clark Kent, Golden Boy. I don't want to see modern. I don't want to see Man of Steel style. I guess old school. If you can do, because even Spider-Man 1 was kind of old school in a certain degree. If they can kind of capture a little bit of that in the Superman movie, I think we'd be all right. I don't want to see a whole bunch of world building set up. Ooh, look at that cameo. Ooh, there go the League of the Hall of Justice in the background and all this, setting up all these pieces. Just try to make a solid movie, man. Don't try to eat. So we don't need a post-credit scene of all the future Justice League stars on a YouTube channel saying this is that and that. God. This is Cyborg's at. This is where Aquaman's at. This is where Plastic Man is at. This is where Martian Manhunter's at. Like Manhunter's at. We don't need all that.
Nope.
We don't. This is where Wonder Woman's at. It's on the Skycam now.
Click here for more, right?
Click here for more.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody said, hit my DM Oh God, because
Yeah.
I think, and don't get me wrong, if I actually have time this year, I'll get out and try to see Superman, because there's a feeling that I have that I think the industry wants this to succeed.
Yeah.
And I think James Gunn is a guy who has enough goodwill with the geeks, with the geek writers, with the geek media.
Mm-hmm.
He's their guy, because in some regards, and I'm gonna say it again, the geek media is responsible, or they feel that they're responsible for him getting his job back.
Mm.
They feel that they are responsible. It's almost like the opposite of the Snyder Army a little bit. The Snyder Army thinks that they take credit for the Snyder Cut being released. The guys on the opposite end of that feel like James Gunn is their guy.
Mm-hmm.
They have to support it in a way that, and I think they will. I think they'll support James Gunn more than the Snyder Army supported Zack Snyder. The Snyder Army wanted everybody else to support it without them actually getting on the front line.
Right.
The people who want James Gunn to succeed, I think, will support the film. And I think the media that supports him will also grade him on a curve a little bit and give him credit that I'm not going to say he hasn't earned, but they're going to give him more credit than what they would give somebody else, I think.
I agree. I mean, James Gunn's kind of like, I won't say, he's kind of like one of us, right? He's like, oh, he's one of us that made it to that position. He's a comic book guy. He wrote Scooby-Doo. Like, he's a geek like us. He's almost like we're living vicariously through him.
Good point.
He got the hot blonde wife or whatever, right? Like
20 years younger. Yeah.
20 years younger, right? He's in charge of DC. So we're kind of living vicariously through him. So we rooting for him.
Yep.
To succeed. I mean, this is kind of like what's it? This is like the Red Sox when you had Damon trade to the Yankees. You got the star player trade to the rival team.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And they're supposed to do damage against, everyone's jumping over like, oh, MCU, no. Let's go to DC.
And along the lines of what you're saying, like, you're supposed to, it's almost like James Gunn is the guy that wasn't supposed to be in that position.
Yeah.
James Gunn was the guy who was supposed to write the movie for Zack Snyder to direct.
Mm-hmm.
He's the creative guy that can put the jokes into the dialogue that a couple people in the crowd will be like, damn, that's hard. I got that, right?
Right.
Guardians of the Galaxy was never supposed to be a phenomenon, because if it was, he wouldn't have been directing. The guy that does Scooby-Doo only got to do Guardians of the Galaxy because he did Scooby-Doo.
Right. Man, dude, I'll quote Kevin Nash. He said the biggest change between the industry wrestling then and now is that back then the marks were in the stands. Now they're in the ring. James Gunn is the mark from the stands, now in the ring.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep. And I mean, so in a way, James Gunn is Mark Superman.
Yeah.
He's the and I'm saying this respectfully.
Respectfully,
right?
Yeah, because we're all Marks. Yeah.
James Gunn is the Mark Superman, and he's gonna do everything that a Mark would do in that position.
Mm-hmm.
With Zack Snyder, none of us are ever gonna be Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder knows that the fans of Zack Snyder, in a way, kind of envy him a little bit too, though, right? Like, Zack Snyder has a film aesthetic that is very appreciative of, and this is going to be fucked up what I'm going to say, but his filming aesthetic is very appreciative of the male physique, right? And the Snyder Army, again, they believe that they match up with the characters that he films in his movies.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted to be Leonidas when 300 came out.
True.
But motherfucker, you're not going to be Leonidas. You know what I'm saying? When Watchmen came out, everybody thought that Rorschach. Was so misunderstood. And Rorschach is me. I'm Rorschach.
Yeah, I'm Rorschach. He was not wrong.
No, you're not. You're not Rorschach, motherfucker. Like, there's no way. You're not Rorschach. You don't got the hands. Number one, you don't got the hands, you don't got the balls. You know what I'm saying? You're not Dr. Manhattan. Even though I love Watchmen, it's just a weird dynamic. And with him doing Superman, it's like, this is the Superman I always wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tortured hero that can do everything. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
Man.
That's my Clark Kent because I identify with him, right?
Right.
I'm not an orphan, but that version of Clark Kent makes me wish that my dad died.
You know, just like Clark, I don't feel like I belong here either, you know.
But I'm here because I have to be here.
I have to be here.
Because if I'm not here, it's all gonna fall apart. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
If I'm not here, it's all gonna fall apart.
Hey, if I'm not here, it's all gonna fall apart.
Every day I wake up, I gotta put the cape on.
Right. Like, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, listen, man. This
shit.
Yeah, we talking shit right now. Man.
Yo, Ryan, you're
we talking bro? Shit right now. But I agree with you. If this Superman joint is a failure, it's a wrap for the genre. It's a wrap. And in some regards, like, it kind of needs to end, bro.
It had a good run. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do Deadpool 3 and Doomsday every year. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to do the Royal Rumble every year and nostalgia bait every year to get people back in the theaters.
Right. Because, shit, think about it, bro. WWE does the Royal Rumble every year. And it don't hit every year.
Right.
It doesn't hit every year, bro.
Eventually, you're going to run out of cameos.
Right. And then Jey Uso wins. And then Jey Uso wins and defends the title in the opening match on night 1.
You're gonna get Michael B. Jordan back as Human Torch. You can get Nick Cage as Ghost Rider for Spider-Man 5. Like, well, I mean, what are we doing here? Like, that's what it's gonna take,
right,
to get people in to watch these films. And I feel bad for DC because, like, damn, they just restarted it, and the genre is now on a downtrend.
Yep.
So you made all the investments for what?
Yep.
You know?
I mean, the Batman 2, I don't know when that's coming.
Man, I heard Matt Reeves got some health problems, man.
And then I heard it got debunked.
Yeah,
I don't know what the source of information is.
I don't know, dude. Hey, you know what? The Batman be the best one-off. Be one of the best one-off movies of all time.
I agree. I agree with you on that.
It might be at that point. Just let it be, and just let James Gunn do his thing with Batman. Just let it be, man.
It's unfortunate, though.
Unfortunately, man, they just take too long for the stuff to cook sometimes, man.
Yeah, that I agree with you, bro. But what we're learning is that there's still room at the table. There's still room at the table here, bro. Like, if Centers told us anything, it's that the right combination of budget, lead actor, and director can still draw money. And can still do something that matters as far as box office is concerned.
Right. Ryan says, wait, Fellowship and Love. That's a Sinners reference.
Real talk.
You gotta see it, yeah.
So to me, 2026, we got Doomsday, we got Spider-Man, but the one that I'm really interested in for 2026 is the Odyssey. What's Nolan doing, bro?
With Lupita Nyong'o?
What's Nolan doing with that 250?
As a Roman god?
What is Nolan doing with that 250 that he got from Universal? What's he doing with the 250?
You know what he's trying to do, right? He's trying to put Snyder to shame, but he's trying to overdo 300. That's what he's trying to do,
and it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna. Like, I'm real talk. Like,
he's gonna make 300 look like 150.
Man, like, that's what I'm interested in at this point, bro. Because you know that man is gonna, like. Because I slept on Oppenheimer. I think we all did.
I'm gonna have to I might rewatch it again. Maybe I was too tired in the theaters.
Right.
But
even if and not my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother.
No, you're good, man.
Even if that's not aesthetically pleasing as an at-home viewing experience, his point was made. That movie made $900 million
no action,
with no action, and the most awkward sex scene I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, only Florence Pugh can pull it off.
Yo, it was writing and it was dialogue and it was acting. And they got $900 million.
That's crazy. On the historical drama.
3 hours.
3 hours. And we saw it. Some people saw it 2-3 times.
You gotta give it up. You gotta kiss the ring on
this
that.
Right after Tenet too. Right after Tenet, like that flip is crazy.
Yeah,
crazy flip.
Yeah. When we thought he was on the ropes a little bit, man. You don't need to be doing no more action movies. All right, cool. I'm not doing it anymore.
Right.
I'm gonna give you a mixture of The Pianist with A Beautiful Mind, and there you go. We're gonna put it up next to Barbie, and I'll see you at the Academy Awards.
See you at the Academy Awards.
I'd like to thank the Academy. Robert Downey Jr. gets the trophy and then runs back over across the street.
Right.
You see this?
To get another bag. Yep.
I need that. Right.
I need that.
So
all of it.
So yeah, like out of everything coming out next year, that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to know what he's gonna do with that 250 and the cast of that movie, bro.
Right.
Like, how do you cast John Bernthal in the Odyssey? What's John Bernthal doing?
Gonna play
doing in a Greek, you know what I'm saying?
Ares. He's gotta be Ares.
You like Matt Damon. You got Matt Damon and Tom Holland.
Tom Holland,
that motherfucker, bro.
Lupita Nyong'o too. Was Lupita in there too?
Yeah, man.
And Zendaya.
Yeah,
Zendaya was in there.
Like that's that.
Come on, man. We gonna get Kratos cameo.
Man, listen, like real talk. So if the industry is gonna shift, I think it needs to happen, bro.
Right. The director Flipman's no longer about, because I told Hirsch, Black Comic Lords, we don't need a Brother Voodoo movie now to showcase Haitian and voodoo culture.
Nope.
And hoodoo culture. We don't need Brother Voodoo to do that anymore. We don't need the comic book, the comic book as a source material for these Hollywood block. It's over.
Yep.
It's like, it's running dry now. We don't need it. You just need a good director, good budget, good actors. Put it out there, see what happens.
Right. So, and again, it's not, everything's not gonna hit. For example, like Mickey 17 should have never had $150 million budget. That should have never happened.
Right.
Should have never happened to be in theaters for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right.
Like they're still gonna fuck up. Like,
yeah.
The industry is never gonna correct itself to where
But you compare Mickey 17 flopping to Snow White. You got established IPs failing just like new IPs now.
You're right. That's a good point.
You know
what
I mean?
A good point.
The expectation is not like Snow White's supposed to cross a bill.
Right.
You're supposed to get about 800 of that bad boy. You're not even getting guaranteed. You're not even getting 300.
Right. That's a good point, bro. You're right about that. Like when
the expectations are different.
I mean, like when The Rock is doing A24 movies, dog.
Right?
What does that mean? What does it mean when $7 Productions is doing A24 movies? Like, what does that mean?
When Fast 10 bombs after a 9 movie run. Let's say 9 movie run. What does that tell you?
Yep. What up, man?
Yo, that was a quick flight, man.
No. As you can see, no, I'm still in the airport.
So,
I was kidding, man.
I mean, I think we got maybe a good 20 minutes, right?
20 minutes, yeah, about 20 minutes. Yeah.
So I guess the question that I got for you, Donovan, and I know you're in the field right now. You know what I'm saying? You're hungry to get in this industry and really fuck some shit up. Do you think that what was the brother's name that wrote American Fiction? Cord Jefferson?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think what he was saying is right in that the industry should be less concerned about $200 million movies once a year and shift their
Mm-hmm.
focus towards 15, 20, $50 million films
Mm-hmm.
spread out throughout the entire calendar year? Good writers, good directors, good actors to actually make film matter.
Mm.
Or is it just are we just talking a different era? Is that not feasible in your opinion?
I mean, I think it's becoming more feasible now after Samuel, Cap 4 reshoots. That's supposedly 300. I mean, come on, that marketing. Anthony Mackie was on a presidential run, bro. He's in Daytona. He was on the West Coast. He was overseas. That costs money, bro. Like, that probably was a $300, $400 movie, man. Like, no cap. And you see the results. Snow White, you see the results. Thunderbolts, you see the results.
Big
So
don't
now,
always mean better.
so what?
Big don't always mean better.
Right. Before it's like we got to make the $200 million movie, then $100 million marketing because we want to get that $1 billion. We want to get that 800 mil. We want to get that 2 billion. We trying to get those Avengers avatars numbers plus the marketing, the merchandise, and all that stuff. And now that's a big invest. Now it's not becoming so sexy anymore, right? Now it's no longer as guaranteed as it was before. It's like, damn, instead of that 200 mil, maybe we can make about 10 movies. And only one of them got a hit, and we make back everything that we did and plus and then some. You know what I'm saying? So I think the dynamics is now changing to where stuff like this was guaranteed and was like lucrative. Now it's no longer lucrative.
Because they knew what they were doing. Like they weren't, you know what I mean? Like they had it so down packed to where the overhead didn't even, you know what I'm saying? They made what they needed to make and then brought it back. Like they had it down to a science, bro.
Right. I mean, why was Daredevil even reshot? Like, how you mess up Daredevil after 3 seasons, a pre-established history and scripts, and you just like, oh, we gotta reshoot that. You know what I mean? Like, they just messing up the bag, man. They ran out of juice. You got mediocre people trying to keep their jobs. You got these big wigs trying to, play it safe. I got $200 million I'm putting on the line. I want an IP, and I need Predator. I need Superman. I need something. I want to play it safe. And safe money ain't cutting it no more, bro. It's just not.
You right. And then,
but yeah,
my bad, brother. Go keep cooking. You got it.
I mean,
you got it.
And the IP maybe is shifting. Minecraft, almost $1 billion. No one's talking about it. Almost, it's 900 right now worldwide.
That video you posted, Donovan, about the old teacher saying how he couldn't relate. The thing, every year things change, so we're due for new things, and I think people are still just trying to throw out old stuff. Like, don't you want this? Don't you want this? Don't you want this? That shit don't work forever. At some point, somebody's gonna say, "I don't want this old shit no more."
Right, because we're the old heads now, and we're saying that we're not going to theater. So what happens then?
Right.
What happens when the old heads are like trained to go to theater, love the movies, say, "No, we're not going to movies"? Then what happens?
Every movie that comes out is going to be chasing a Minecraft moment or chasing a Wicked moment. They're not going to be so concerned with people being in the theater, engaged in the theatrical experience or engaged in the dialogue or the art of filmmaking. They're going to want people to be in the theater just so that they can get that viral moment of them standing on top of the chairs throwing popcorn.
Did y'all talk about that?
No,
we didn't talk about Minecraft.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm willing to bet that Minecraft is probably a terrible movie in terms of what I like to see in a film. But that's okay because I don't ever have any intention on seeing that. If the people who went to see it enjoy it, that's fine. But I'll never watch Minecraft. And it's cool. I'm glad that they got $900 million. I'm happy that they did that. But like we're saying, eventually, if we're if they're not getting our money, they're gonna have to figure out a way to get their money.
Right.
And if their money means all we need is just people to be in there with their phones on, acting a fool, or women in the theaters singing and recording themselves singing, you know what? We're gonna do that.
Right.
We're gonna rock these musicals out, dog. You know what I mean? If Barbieheimer, hey, listen, if we gotta do it, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, look at the top movies last 3 years. I think Deadpool 3 is the only exception. You got Barbie, Super Mario Brothers, Oppenheimer, Wicked, Minecraft. It ain't capes and cows anymore. Top Gun, Avatar. It ain't capes and cows anymore, man. Leading that joint. Lilo & Stitch probably gonna be the biggest movie this year.
It will make a Billy. It will clear a Billy easily.
I mean, Disney hasn't fucked anything up yet with the camp. Like, that's been the safest campaign of any Disney movie in a very long time. There's nothing controversial about Lilo and Stitch. Nothing. There's no actors saying no dumb shit.
Except the Blurs wanted darker skin talent casted 7 months ago. But yeah.
How many Blurs have been to Hawaii?
Ooh, snap. You know, we got a police and champion for everything, right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's been too long, man.
Yeah.
It's been too long, bro. Like the Blurs. So it's like, wait, all right, I'm sorry. But the Blurs wanted darker skinned Pacific Islanders casted in this film.
Correct.
Why?
Because they were darker skinned in the cartoon. Quote unquote.
Okay.
But I didn't see not one Polynesian. I didn't see not one Pacific Islander complain. I didn't see not one of them complain. But guess who's on the TikTok video saying we need a cast darker skin? Polynesian people for Lilo and Stitch.
Oh man, y'all niggas done lost the plot, bro.
I didn't see not one Hawaiian,
bro,
played that.
Y'all done lost the plot, man.
We need darker skin representation for Pacific Islanders. I ain't heard one person of that descent say anything that.
I mean, cool. Like, are you like, bro? If anything, argue for black people to be in the movie, dog. Do that. At least make it respectable.
Right.
At least make it respectable, and argue for some black folks to be in the movie, bro. Like, that's some goofball shit, right?
That is some weird shit, bro. I don't know. I think there's this new activist thing, man. Entertainment activists.
Might as well just stand on the corner shucking and jiving.
Brother, that's some of the goofiest shit that I've heard. And like 2025 has already been a goofy ass year.
Hey, yo, how do we go from we the original Jews to we need darker skinned Pacific Islanders and Lilo and Stitch? How do we go? What happened? What happened between we the original people to now Lilo ain't dark enough?
We gotta let them get there. Oh man, we gotta make sure they get theirs. Like, motherfucker, they already getting theirs because there's a live action Lilo and Stitch, man. Like, y'all, I swear.
Oh snap, the lost tribe is still lost.
Oh, I swear, bro. On everything I love, man. They done lost the plot. Y'all done lost the plot, man. Like, you gotta be out of your mind, man. Darker skin.
But anyway, man, it's man, 2025, man, like you said, dude, it's been pretty interesting.
Only 5 months. Only 5 months.
I mean, look, for the rest of the year, I'll be honest, like, I don't even know. I'm gonna get to see Sinners. I'll probably try to step out for Mortal Kombat in October.
I forgot about that.
And the Predator Badlands movie looks better than what I thought it would.
Okay.
Because I didn't know it was going to be futuristic. I thought they were going like with a modern day setting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I thought about that. And all roads there look like they're setting up for Alien versus Predator again.
Yeah. Especially that new TV show.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm all right with it too. I'm okay with it. It doesn't. I mean, there's worse things that they could do, but Prey was good enough on its own for me to at least be interested in that. But and I mean, with Mortal Kombat, I'm expecting Mortal Kombat to be terrible.
I think I'll enjoy Mortal Kombat 2 better because I have no expectations. I have zero expectations. I'm expecting the worst of the worst, so I'll probably enjoy that more than the first one.
Yeah,
I just thought they were doing better than that, but
and I mean, listen, I'll admit it, I'm a mark for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
but other than that, bro, I don't know, man. Like,
is GTA 6 gonna get delayed again?
Man, listen,
2027,
bro. Like, who would have thought, man, that we'd get Robert Downey Jr. coming back before we get GTA 6, dog? Like, that's man, listen. They knew what they was doing, though.
They knew.
So they pushed back GTA 6 and then announced another DLC for GTA 5.
Go
another
figure.
Dr. Dre DLC pack.
Man, I'm sick of California, man. I'm trying to get back to Florida, man. We've been in California for like 15 years now.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, why did we ever think Rockstar were the good guys? Why did we think they were the good guys?
Because they put out such good entertainment.
And we loved them. We loved them for it, and they punished us for it.
Are we sure that they punished us, or did we punish ourselves?
I don't know, the gaming landscape, bro. Like,
That's
man,
it's looking shaky, man. It's looking shaky. It's looking very shaky, man. Like,
what do you got to play till then? You can play new Madden?
No.
You play new Call of Duty? You can play new Fortnite? I mean, what do you got to play till then, man?
Save up for when I gotta rent a PS5 because a motherfucker ain't buying a PS5. Fuck that shit.
Hey, you're right. Like, it's cold outside for video games, bro. There's nothing there.
What you gonna do?
Where's Kojima at? What's Kojima doing right now?
Some horror, some art house horror game.
Death Stranding too. Isn't he doing that?
Yeah,
that
man.
too.
The fucking
that
Amazon
too.
Prime Simulator. Like, come on, man. And I love Kojima, right? And Margin is gonna want smoke with me for saying this, but like, we gotta with a lot of this shit, man. I feel like when it comes to creators, yes, we should support the creators who have the vision to make things that we could never imagine possible. We should always give them credit for that.
Right.
But what I'm not on board with is turning creators into a fucking deity.
Yo, later, guys.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Safe travels, bro.
In gaming circles, man, like people really think Kojima can walk on water, bro.
He can walk on water. You know, D. Smith said he's not even half the man he used to be. Maybe creatively he just ran out of juice, man. You know what I mean? Maybe we all, people peak. You know what I mean? People peak. Sometimes you just you make that one hit, hard to replicate it, hard to do the next thing after it, or you just want to be so different. You can be like Andre 3000. You just want to create flute and piano music. You know what I mean? You don't want to rap. You just want to do instruments. You want that change. Maybe Kojima's there. Like, I don't want to do nothing like that. I want to do something drastically different to make me feel fulfilled. You know what I mean?
I mean, bro, 10 years ago, and this is I'm being petty for this, but 10 years ago, the last Metal Gear Solid game that we'll ever get was released with no ending. There's no ending to that game. That's a video game with no ending.
Is that Kojima or Konami?
Both. Both. It's probably
Yeah.
it's Konami. It's Konami for allowing it to be released, but it's Kojima for pushing that shit too far. Like at some point, Konami had to be like, "No, we're cutting the water off on this. This is done. Fuck you. It's over.
It's over."
And IGN still gave Phantom Pain a 10 out of 10. They gave a game with no ending a 10 out of 10.
Because Kojima can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Kojima, man.
Kojima we trust.
In Kojima we trust, man. Look, it was in Feige we trust. That's now it's changed. Kojima we trust, man.
And in wrestling, in Tony we my bad. In Paul we trust.
Paul we trust. Oh man. I mean, are we gonna pay $90 for the new Mario Kart? Is that what we're doing? We're gonna pay $90 for the new Mario Kart?
Man, listen. I'm telling you, bro. We're the old heads now, but what I've learned, Donovan, is that we're all marks.
Yeah.
We get like, oh man, in gaming, in film, in television, sports, we get played for marks at every turn, bro. At every turn. The people who are making the decisions remind us,
right?
Comic books, at every turn, they remind us, thank you for your money. We're gonna take more, but in the meantime, fuck you.
Fuck you. Where Miyamoto at, man? What's he up to, man? What's that new Mario game, man? What's Miyamoto doing, man? He just
swimming.
I
in
get
gold
it, man.
coins.
He's just swimming in them gold coins, bro. Just racking it in, man. He done. Miyamoto's done, bro. He's done. Bro.
Let her, and I respect.
He had a good legacy. Good legacy
to the sunset. Don't tarnish your legacy. But
yep, he had a good run, man. Damn, ain't nothing until GTA 6 then.
Nothing.
So we're gonna wait.
Yep.
We're gonna wait, dude. We got Gears of War re-releasing again. Well, we're gonna remake Resident Evil 6. We're gonna remake Resident Evil 7 again on PS5 hardware. What we doing, bro?
We gonna do another GoldenEye.
We're gonna do another gold. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another Super Smash Brothers. Oh my god. Yeah, there's nothing. They did us that shit was foul, bro. And how everybody knew it wasn't coming out this year.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Everybody knew that shit wasn't coming out this year, man.
Come on.
Like the comment sections under some of these videos say, like, I hope I live long enough for Rockstar to release GTA 6.
Yeah. I mean, that's a real thing. You know what I mean? You're looking at these year gaps, you're looking at, things happen in life.
Man.
Some of them ain't kidding. Like they seriously, they need to play this thing soon.
Man. Hey, listen, bro. It's rough out here, man. It's rough out here.
So you tell me we might get Across the Spider-Verse before GTA 6? We're gonna see Miles finish his trilogy before GTA 6?
If that happens, man, like,
oh my god.
And the thing is, that drives up the demand for it. Like, this is the Avatar video games, bro.
People gonna take off just to watch people play it. You're gonna take off just to watch gameplay.
Man, bro, niggas is finna be hitting licks to get a copy of GTA 6, man. They gonna be pulling real life game hype.
Yeah. Don't say you own a PS5. Don't post that shit. Don't. You're gonna mark yourself.
Yeah. Hey, for real, man. The goons, the YNs, the YNs is finna be out there.
They're gonna be out there looking.
Yep.
Looking. They're gonna follow you home. Okay. Wait till you go to work.
You got that GTA 6?
You got that GTA 6.
Yeah, we gonna set up the heist. You know what I'm saying? That's like, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Donovan. What the fuck is going on, man? What happened? What happened?
I don't know, man.
When did everybody in the world turn into a fucking mark, man? Like, how did this happen?
I know, internet age, man. The internet causes all to become marks.
And in the middle of all of this, we didn't even mention The Last of Us season 2.
Oh, we watching that? People still watching that? Right? Because Joel died episode 2, so I'm guessing people stopped watching right after that. They didn't even wait till the like mid-season on episode 2. Let's get him out of here.
Yeah, let's get Pedro offset.
Let's get Pedro offset.
Yep, Pedro got to show up for them reshoots, man.
Ain't nobody talking about Last of Us season 2.
Nope. Ice cold.
Ice cold. I mean, that's not rocket science, bro. That's not rocket science,
bro.
That's one of those that's one of those cases where the creator takes an artistic stance that was a detriment to the art he made or she made, but wanted to do it because they felt that their own self-importance was better than what they put out. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That Joel decision, that's a power move. That's what I want to see. That's what I think it should happen. Damn the fans. Damn what I previously wrote. I'm making a statement with this. And I don't care what people think. And then the TV show, which had a chance to rectify that, said, "Now we're gonna do the same thing.
We're gonna stay faithful.
Stay faithful
to the source material."
Of all the things Warner Brothers could have fought back on creatively, they said, "Now we'll go with this." Okay.
Yeah, we won an Emmy last time, so
yeah. They got rid of. Walking Dead ain't looking too bad now, isn't it? What happened to all Last of Us better than Walking Dead? What happened?
Shit.
You got one season. You got one season out of it.
Yep. And there will not be a season. There's no way they can do a season.
No season 3. That's it. You got 1 year that you creamed over it, and you're done. You're done, man. That's it.
Good job.
I don't hear no Joel better than Rick. Nope.
All that shit is
gone.
Quiet in these streets, bro. It is quiet in these streets.
What happened to all these videos marinating, saliving over every episode? Where they at?
It's been, man, like, because I'm not even gonna spend too much time on it. Like, the biggest problem that I got through the first 2 episodes, I don't believe anybody, bro. I don't believe Abby, and I believe Ellie even less. I don't believe them. I just don't.
You see that they like just phone it in for the check now.
Yep. And I don't like, to me, the idea of like teenagers and people who are like, you're telling me that this world is traumatic. You're telling me that it's violent and all of this, but yet y'all are talking about killing people as if you just get over it or something like that. Like, there's no weight to anything that anybody's doing on this show. Like, I don't feel like
you feel nothing.
They blew it.
They blew it.
They blew it. Neil Druckmann, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put a core in his ass. He played himself.
Yeah. Yeah. Robert Kirkman never would have did that.
Nah, Kirkman would have done that. Nope. That's the difference. That's how you get 10 plus seasons and you get, 2 seasons.
Yep.
You're done.
You get spinoffs, you get games,
Yep.
you get merchandise, then you get your other project greenlit.
I tell you what, I wonder how The Last of Us 3 is gonna look like.
Shit. Good job, man.
Good job.
But on that note, bro, we just cooked the whole first quarter of 2025, bro. Just cooked it. We destroyed the entire first quarter of 2025, man. It's good to be back, bro.
Yeah, man, this was fun, man. This is fun. What were we at? 2 hours almost?
Yeah, man.
Hour 40.
Yeah, even though you got sniped in the middle, man.
I don't know what that was, man, but yeah, man. Rest of the summer, dude, really. I'll go see Jurassic World. That's gonna be another $1 billion right there. Secretly. Check out Superman, Mortal Kombat 2. I think that's it for me.
Yeah. Everything else, man, we'll catch it on streaming, bro.
Catch it on streaming, yep. The way it's going right now.
But yeah, on that note, brother, keep keep fighting that good fight, man. I know you out there in the trenches working, man. Shout outs to D Smith. Shout outs to Brother Charles over in Africa. Orion Online, CS3, Troy.
Yeah.
Who we missing anybody?
Nah, man. Frank.
Yeah.
Anyone else pop up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Black
Shout
Comic
out to Hirsch.
Lords, Hirsch.
Yo, y'all listen, man. Y'all, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know what got into Herschel, man. That brother's trying to make a point in 2025, man. Y'all y'all was killing it with the morning shows, and now with the lunch, with the midday joints,
Midday
man.
specials. Yeah, man. Just something to put out there, man. So, but hey, man, I think he got a taste behind the scene and wanted to put it on the channel, on this channel. You know what I mean? You like the vibe, so
I ain't mad at it, man. Listen, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we going live. We going live for July, but it was cool to pull up. Next time we pull up, man, I think
get the team.
Yeah, I think we'll you know what I mean, we'll have some more voices on here, man. But
for sure.
I know
get Majin, get Charles.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. The Empire will strike back, man.
Shit. I think even Arthur said he coming outside now. He said he want to get back to podding, so
yeah, yeah, man. Hey, offline, man. We gotta talk to Arthur, man. That nigga changed his whole life, man. But I ain't even gonna put him out there like that. Shout out to Arthur, man.
For sure, man. All right, guys. Well, it's been real. Good talking to you, Uncle Jack. Shout out to you, man. You got future champ in your hands, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? That's what's up, bro.
Hey, be safe out there, bro. I know it's late too, but VA is getting crazy, man.
Virginia activity, man. Florida. I thought Florida was something, but VA's trying to catch up, I guess. I don't know.
All right, bro. Hey, be safe, man.
All right. Peace.
Yep.